Alright, the big game's coming up. You got the big screen TV for Christmas. Lots of people are coming over to see the game. What are you going to cook? I don't know, you need a little inspiration. Are you sick of the chips and dip? I need a little inspiration too. And you know, I want something hearty, stick to your bones, an easy one-pot meal so I can watch the game too. I don't know, maybe we'll head down south to Louisiana maybe? I need a little inspiration. I'm thinking I'll look around here in New England. Who could share that with me? Maybe number 97, Jarvis Green, defensive lineman for the New England Patriots. It's jambalaya with Jarvis on Jen's Dish. Alright, so we're back on Jen's Dish. Jarvis is hanging out with me today in the kitchen. He's going to help me make some jambalaya. He's from Louisiana, and we're going to talk while we cook about some of his inspirations, what inspires him on the field, what inspires him at home, and what he likes to eat. And I do hear you like to cook?
Yes, I do.
Yeah?
I do a lot more when I cook on bigger scales, sauces, stocks, and I'm really a fan of tomatoes.
Are you?
Yeah, so when I do something, but I don't have the ingredients I go by, I just go by what I taste,
Well, yeah,
what I feel.
Yeah.
So in college, that's what I pretty much been doing. I mean, when I moved off campus in the apartment, I cook huge pots of red sauce.
Really?
Sometimes I do like crawfish stew or crawfish shrimp stew, and I pretty much learned as far as getting better, getting better as you do it more and more. So that's something I've been really doing.
That's so cool. Do your kids let you have a son, Terrence, does he like to cook?
But you know what, since I've been married, I don't cook as much.
Ah, your wife cooks for you.
Cooks, yeah.
You're a little busy.
A little busy,
a little busy. Things kind of important, you know. All right, well, let's get started. So, firstly, I want you to put, you can eyeball a couple tablespoons of oil in their pan.
Okay.
He's going to get a saute going. Now, in this stock pot, we have, this morning at the house, I took a 3 to 4 pound chicken. I put it in a big stock pot, covered it with some cold water, added half an onion and 3 garlic cloves, and let that cook for about an hour. When the chicken was cool, I pulled it out. I have some nice homemade chicken broth now that I put in the pot. It smells good, yeah. Jarvis, would you do me a favor and pour in, I've got 28-ounce can of whole peeled tomatoes. Would you pour that in the pot, please? So you want about the 28-ounce can of tomatoes, 3 cups of your chicken broth. And with the chicken, what I did was I took all the skin off, got rid of the bones, and shredded the chicken. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to saute peppers, onions. I don't know if you can see this, but we've got some red peppers, green peppers, onions, and celery. Now, and some garlic. Now, celery, peppers, and onion are the trinity of Louisiana cooking.
Yes.
You got to have it in everything. Now, Jarvis, what are some of the other dishes that you would use with this trinity of vegetables?
When I'm cooking pretty much anything, because usually when I start cooking, I get my roux going, but then we're not dealing with the roux today, but I get the seasoning, and that's the base for everything. I mean, if it's red beans, if it's spaghetti,
right.
If it's any type of stew. I mean, sometimes I do my spinach, when I'm cooking spinach.
Oh, because it really lends a really awesome flavor.
Very, a natural flavor at that.
Yeah.
Not with the extra salt in it.
So now what I'm trying to do here, and they say a wooden spoon because a wooden spoon has a lot of roughness to it. I'm trying to break up my tomatoes in the pot with this metal spoon. It's a little slippery and a little difficult, but and I'm trying not to spray us as we go along. I think as it'll cook, it'll go down. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to add, I've got 2 cups of long grain rice. So we're going to add the rice to this mixture because as you saute it with your veggies a little bit, makes your rice fluffier.
Wow, really?
You know, in Italian cooking, they cook a lot of times when you make risotto, right? So this is the basis for risotto. You do the same thing, and then you start adding your hot stock, and it just makes amazing rice. So as soon as that's sauteed, now you can pour that in the pot, please. So Man, you cooked a lot. How about your mom? Does your mom make some pretty great dishes that you grew up having?
Yes. I mean, growing up, she cooked all different types of things. Pretty much, our palate for just trying different things. I remember growing up eating oysters and eating clams as a young kid. So today, everything pretty much touched. I mean, I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah.
But she was big on me for spaghetti red sauce. That's my favorite dish. That's what we grew up with her. All the time coming home from school, we wish that we had spaghetti and meatballs on the table.
That's nice. Now, I know before I do a show, if I'm acting in a play, all right, so we're gonna, thank you, we're gonna put that over here. Oh, and we're gonna keep that saute pan. Add a little bit more oil, if you would, please. And we are going to add, oh, also to my stock pot, I'm adding a mixture of basil, allspice, oregano, and thyme. So we'll add that, give that a stir. Now don't forget, we're not adding the shrimp to the last 5 minutes of this being cooked. But right now we're going to add the sausage. Now, andouille sausage. Gotta love andouille sausage. Nice and spicy. Typically when you purchase it at the store, it's already cooked, but you just want to heat this through and give it a nice sear. It's nice and spicy. You can substitute kielbasa. However, search out andouille if you can, because the flavor, don't you agree? The flavor's nothing like kielbasa.
No, andouille. If you want to stick with the South, you need andouille sauce.
Yeah, you want to be as authentic as possible, here. So he's going to give that a little saute. Our rice is bubbling up. I'm going to turn that down just a tad.
I am starving this morning.
I am too. I didn't have any breakfast.
I had a bowl of raisin bread this morning.
Oh, that doesn't seem to be enough for a football player. All right. I'm also going to add the chicken. I have shredded my chicken. I'm going to start to add that. Oh, and more peppers and onions. Let's just throw it in there.
Over a bit.
Get your hands in there. Don't be afraid. So here's what I've always wanted to know. Because everything with me has to do with food.
Yes.
Do you guys eat before a game?
Yes. If it's a 1 o'clock game, we eat about 9:30 for the pregame meal. I mean, pretty much breakfast, but I mean brunch. And pretty much, I mean, it's about that time because the 8 o'clock game, we eat about 5:30. 5:30, 5 o'clock. So that's very important before the game to get a good meal and get your energy.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
football, I mean.
you're protecting the quarterback.
Yeah.
You gotta have the energy. I mean, and we'll talk about this a little later while we eat, but I have to say, first of all, congratulations.
Thank
Right
you.
now we're at 16-0.
Thank you very much.
You guys, you deserve all the credit.
Yes, it's been a great year. I mean, a great
It really
run.
has.
At the beginning of the season, we never thought we'd be in this position. We had a perfect season, and now, I mean,